What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon. Well, the first thing I want to say is congratulations on your new camera. If you're coming here and you're checking out the title, you might have a new camera. Maybe you already have a camera and you're thinking about some accessories to get for it, what you to get for it. Well, this is the right place to be. So I wanted to share my top 5 things that you should get anytime you buy a new camera. Now, as you guys know, I recently picked up the EOS R with the 50mm 1.2 just to kind of add some things to my inventory to kind of reach out to everybody else. But I never ever get a new camera without buying these top 5 things. Check it out. Alright guys, so the first thing I buy with any camera, unless you already have one, is a dual charger. Alright, you can pick up these things on Amazon, eBay, anything for like $10, $15, $20, and they already come with 2 additional batteries. Now, I don't mind third-party batteries, okay? I found them to be very helpful. They last just as long as a lot of the factory ones. I have no problem with it. This is a dual charger from a company called Cool Show, and to pan over to the Amazon purchase, this one was about $29.99, and again, it's a dual charger. It charges pretty fast. It comes with an LCD so you can see the battery and where it is and how much it's charged, and it's worked out great so far. So this is definitely one of the things I highly recommend anytime you pick up a new camera and you don't already have one. Get a dual charger. It helps you to charge your battery so much faster, so much more convenient, so you don't have to worry about the factory one that has just the one battery. Then you got to take it out, put another one in, because anytime you go on a shoot, you should let's be honest, you should always go on a shoot with at least 2 batteries. So even with my Sony Z batteries, I still take 2 because you kind of just never ever know. You know, it's electronics, things happen. So dual battery charger, definitely number 1. Okay, number 2 on the list of the top 5 things you should get with any camera. This is one thing that I have come to love. This is a thin, slim HDMI cable. Now, this is a HDMI to mini HDMI, but I also have a HDMI to micro HDMI for my Sony cameras. So I love the mini HDMIs because they're so much better than the really like thicker ones, especially when you're trying to run this to like an external recorder. And here you can kind of see it in the camera. So anytime you're trying to run this to like an external recorder, you don't want like the big fat really cords. And a lot of times when you put your cameras on a gimbal and you turn the gimbal, sometimes, you know, it really kind of struggles a little bit. Not necessarily struggles because it is on a motor, but it kind of hinders it a little bit because it has to turn that large cable with it. So the thin mini HDMI cables I have really come to love. They're long and they're really thin. They don't construe or constrain the gimbal or the camera no matter whatsoever because they're so thin and so light. So a mini HDMI cable is like a must for anybody who's out there even hooking this up to a monitor or even a external recorder. I highly recommend you get a mini a mini thin cable to hook up to your monitors. This thing is a lifesaver. It's really thin. It's really easy to hide the wires, everything. So this is definitely my number 2 mini HDMI cable. All right, so let's get to something just extremely important. Anytime, now this is really important for every time you get a camera. Anytime you get a camera, this actually should be number 1. Anytime I get a new camera, no matter what, I always get a screen protector. This is like tempered glass screen protector to really help any type of, it's like anti-scratch, anti-fingerprint. You can always wipe it off, but the most important is keeping your gear intact, especially when you go for resale value. And this is really what this is all about. It's going to up your resale value. You don't have to worry about scratching your screen. It's not going to impede your vision or impede your screen, your how good it looks or anything like that. it's highly recommended that you get a screen protector anytime you get a new camera. Even with a touchscreen like the EOS R, I've put one on here already. It doesn't stop, it doesn't delay me from anything that I'm pushing. It is highly recommended that you guys get screen protectors. This one comes with white. It comes with 2 white. It actually comes with a few of them, and I think it gives you about 3 different screens. So this comes with, they give you a dry wipe and they give you a wet wipe to wipe you off your screen, dry it down. It also comes with dust removers. So if you have any dust on there, you can take off these stickers and put them on your screen and pull off the dust and everything before you actually put the tempered glass screen protector on it. So this is definitely a must for anybody who's out there. So if you have a camera and you don't have a screen protector on it and you've already scratched it, that's no bueno. You should never buy a camera without getting a screen protector on it. Just like your cell phone. I never buy an expensive iPhone or Samsung without buying a screen protector with it first. So if you're going to pick up a camera, protect it. That's the biggest thing, all right? You don't know how long you're going to be doing photography, and you might need to go to resale, and it's really going to down your resale value if you have a bunch of scratches and stuff on your camera screen. So protect your LCD screen. Pick you up a screen protector. Going over to Amazon, this screen protector that I got was only $7.99, and it comes with the top and bottom, even for the EOS R. It comes with the top and bottom screen. So yeah, get you guys a screen protector. Highly recommend it. Never leave home without one. All right, so moving on to the next one of the things in my top 5 list. This is a leather half case bottom grip. Now, I have bought this for every camera because it is highly recommended. I'm going to tell you why. This is my A7 III. I'm trying to get it to focus. There you go. This is my A7 R4. You kind of see it. You can kind of see it right there. There we go. Bam. So this is my A7 R4 battery door. So now I also bought one for my EOS R. All right, and I haven't put it on here yet, but it kind of just goes around the bottom just like that. Fits perfectly. Bam. Bam. Got the door. Where you at? This side. It even got a little snap button on here. Bam. So why is this extremely important for your cameras? All right. Now for my A6400 and 6500, I have the small rig cages on those because I mainly mount them for video. Those are my video cameras. Those are my go-to cameras. Right now you have the A6400 on the left, A6500 on my main camera. So the half grip case is so important because it protects the bottom and the grip of your camera. Now, when you're talking about high traffic areas, one of the biggest things that we do with our hands in our cameras is we grip it all the time. After a long period of time, this leather is going to wear. It's going to show signs of wear. Whether you have it for a year, 2 years, 3 years, as you continue to grip this and move your hands and move that, this material, the leather, the hard plastic, whatever you want to call it, is going to start to wear. And then also the bottom. As a photographer, a lot of times when you're working with models and you're on location and you're shooting and you're trying to tell the model what to do, sometimes I gotta be like, okay, I gotta put my camera down and then I gotta go help her out. And a lot of times I just put it on the ground or I put it on a piece of concrete or something level. If you don't have a cage or anything on here, this bottom starts to scratch up. This can impede your resale value. So you want to keep this looking as nice as possible. So all of my cameras still look like they are in mint perfect condition, like they're brand new, because I do completely everything to try to protect them. Now there's still going to kind of be some, a little bit of wear, something at the top, from the weather or, from the elements or whatever. But as we put these cameras down on stuff all the time, you want to protect this as much as possible. So these leather grips are absolutely amazing. You see that the door does not mess up the battery. The battery, you're able to pull it out. No problem, all right? It helps it absolutely. It's perfect. So if you're going to get a new camera, I want you guys to protect your gear, protect your investment. Definitely if you're trying to go to resell this, because you don't want to have to put in the description, you know, has a bunch of scratches, or you know, the LCD has a few scratches but don't impede your vision, all that stuff. No, you want to be able to say mint clean condition with little to no scratches at all, not even on the bottom. So when I go to resell this and people look at it and they look all around it, you know, hey, it's going to up your resale value. So keep your stuff clean, keep it protected. But this is something that I highly recommend. It is a habit. Going over to Amazon, where I got this from, where I get this all the time. This is a brown leather, or it's by a company called Kenco. This is a leather half case, and this one, like I said, is for the EOS R. Now the thing about this Kenco one, it also comes with, and I'm probably not going to use this, but kind of like a strap for your hand, like this. It goes into the side of the camera, so you can hold it with one strap. I don't use this, but that's going to lead me to my last and final thing that I highly recommend you get for your cameras. Okay, so for the last and final thing that I highly recommend you guys get anytime you get a camera is going to be a quick release sling. That's right. So you guys might be familiar with Peak Design, right? So this is kind of like a Peak Design, all right? But this is a kind of like a knockoff version, because I think the Peak Design one like this is like $40 or $50, something like that. So what it is you guys know, you can take your camera and you can put these little Peak Design things on the side of it, your little quick release buttons, and then when you want to put your camera on the little strap, you just put it in and you pull up on it and it snaps in place. Put this on here, put it up, push down, put it up, and then it snaps in place. And in that way, you have a secure sling that you can throw around you or do anything with. So I highly recommend this sling. Now this is a cheaper version. This is not the Peak Design one, but as you can see, I have it for my A7 III. I have it for my A7R4, and I'm also going to get some more of these little tabs. The little tabs right here for the EOS R. This is what I put on my camera. So that way, if I'm using a camera for a certain day, I can just snap it off really quick and then put it on another camera. You can also get a dual sling just like this, but this is like the best thing ever to make sure that when you have it around your neck, it's going to be secure. So you can buy these additional things. So I'll show you the cheaper version. Now this one is only $18. And yep, this is only $18. The Peak Design one is like $40 or $50 to $30, $40. I don't really even remember. But I'll show you who makes this one over in Amazon. So if we run over to Amazon real quick, as you can see, this one is made by Kikui. This is a Kikui Pro Quick Release Camera Strap right here. And it is a single sling. As you can see, it's the same exact design as Peak Design. So they're going to fit the same. So if you already have a Peak Design one and you already have the little Peak Design tabs on yours, if you add this, they're going to fit just perfectly. But this one is only $17. So I saw this, I was like, man, I lost my other one. I don't know what happened to the Pink Design one. So I was going to get another one because I like it so much, because I can just snap it off and snap it on any camera that I'm using that day. So I found this one for $17 and I had to get it. So definitely, I definitely highly recommend you get these things, put it on your camera. They work out amazingly, especially if you do wedding and photography. Sometimes you just might have to snap this thing off and just kind of like pull it away from you, because you don't want to be, getting pulled by the sling. A lot of times if you put it down, you don't want it to cover up the LCD, things like that. So it's definitely more convenient to have one. So I highly recommend you guys get one. So that's pretty much all I got. So those are my top 5 things that you should get with every camera. Remember to protect your investment, because you never know. You might have to resell some things, some more things come out, newer things come out, old things go away. So Remember, comment, like, and subscribe, guys. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. I'm going to put the link to the Canon stuff, a Canon version and a Sony version of some of these things that I put out. All right. So the bottom leather grips, the LCD things, I'm going to put everything in the comment section below and see if I can hit on as many versions as I can, whether you have a 64, A7 III, A7R 4. Also, if you have like the EOS R, I put these half grips in there also with the tempered glass LCDs that I use that work out perfectly. No bubbling, no anything. So comment, like, and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.